Hello everyone, back with another Lost Light video. Lost Light is a loot, shoot, and scoot game, meaning you want to get items and get out alive so you can bring them back to your base. With that said, your base doesn't actually have a whole lot of space, and you'll quickly find yourself running out of space if you don't know how to manage it. So I'll be showing you how to do just that in this video. Quick announcement before we get into the topic of the video, I have some giveaway codes that the devs generously provided to help promote this channel. Currently the devs give me 5 giveaway codes per month, so I'll be sharing one each week and a bonus one to the most active and helpful member in our YouTube and Discord community at the end of the month. The code will be hidden randomly in one of my videos that week in text somewhere on the screen, so you'll have to watch it and pay attention to find where it is, and it'll be first come first serve. Whoever enters it will get to redeem it and then it'll expire. With that said, let's get into the video. First of all, you should focus on upgrading your storage, just like all your other buildings. Early on, this will give you a good amount of extra space for easily acquirable items. Here you can see in the early levels, it only takes a few iron and a few 100,000 Luna. But as you see, as you get up there in levels like 9 or 10, the items start getting increasingly more rare. Like soldering irons are extremely rare, steel nails are extremely rare, and then the price starts getting more and more expensive to upgrade it. Like now it costs 1,000,000 Luna. Which comparatively isn't that much, but I'm going to show you other ways you can increase your storage space through functional cases. Functional cases offer a lot of space for a decent amount of Luna, but don't need specific items to obtain them, like upgrading your building, so you can sell a bunch of your random things that you don't need for even more storage space. Just be aware that all these cases store different types of items. The all-purpose case items cost 4.5 million Luna and shrinks 64 slots down to a 3x3 space, but it can only hold miscellaneous items. The medical case costs 1.8 million and shrinks 49 slots into a 3x3 space, but it can only hold medical items that heal you, fix your bleeding and broken leg conditions, and painkillers. Arms boxes, you can get those from quests or doing ranked mode. Those will let you put in weapons, gun parts, and also grenades. And the ammo boxes are probably the cheapest storage upgrade right here for only 1.5 million. They will give you 36 slots of ammo and fit that into a 2x2 space. You're going to want at least a few of these ammo boxes. I like to keep one box for all of the most common ammo that I use, typically the ammo that's used for these 4 guns, for the AK-74M, UN, and the RPK-16. I have a whole box just for that. Then I also have one for almost everything else: sniper, submachine gun, shotgun ammo, and DMR ammo. You're going to want one for all the ammo that you would upgrade. The M855 ammo can be upgraded into tier 6 armor punching rounds, so I keep those around. Early on in the game, you're going to probably have a lot of VMAX or PSR ammo and upgrade that into the PP ammo later, or the full metal jacket ammo, which will turn to PS ammo, which will punch through tier 3 armor for the AKM and AK-103, which is another one of the common guns. And then you're going to want one box just for ranked ammo, collecting all these purple ammunitions, so you can really punch through, tier 5, tier 6 armor, and that'll be the best for you to stockpile those so that you can be prepared for ranked matches. Then there are also key rings. Key rings will cost you a lot more for less space. You can get key rings for 3.5 million Luna, and they shrink 16 slots into 1. It doubles both as a secure box space saver as well as a storage space saver, so that you can bring many keys with you at once to the maps. Another way to upgrade storage, but it's very costly, is building and upgrading the arsenal and the weapon rack. Now, both of them are fairly expensive and hard to get access to. The arsenal costs you 6.6 million plus some items to just get the first level. Here you can see it costs 200 iron, 5 electric drills, and 6.6 million Luna. That's a lot. And it only gives you a 4x8 space, so that's only 36 slots for that amount of money. That's not a lot, and the only thing you can put in it are weapons, armor. You can also put ammo and grenades in it as well, but the best use for it is just putting guns in it, and armor, because you can already store those things like gun parts and stuff inside the arms box, and ammo is just better stored into the ammo boxes. Once you complete more of the quests or complete the weapon table at its max level, at level 4, you will be able to have access to the weapon rack, which is about the same as the arsenal, but it's a bit worse. It is some cheaper at some levels, but it only stores spaces for weapons, so you can't put armor on them, you can't put grenades or anything like that on them, and they only count the number of weapons, so you can only put 4 weapons per level. Here's mine's level 2, so I got 8 spaces. So you don't want to be putting weapons like the M870 shotgun or sniper rifles, because those are only a 1x5 space, whereas the other rifles and stuff like that, they take up a 2x8. So instead of getting 5 slots saved, you get 8 slots saved. So it's a lot better to put these bigger guns on here. Now, those methods are very expensive. I'm going to show you a technically free way to upgrade your storage, but it only works with backpacks. Backpack nesting, or babushka doll packing as I like to call it, is done by fitting one backpack inside of another backpack, just like babushka dolls. You can store 5 backpacks into one backpack, and if you try to store any more in it, it'll just tell you that the nesting limit has been reached. So I'll show you over here. I'm going to take out these guns, and then I'll try to put a new backpack. It tells you that message. So this is a normal thing that the devs have already put in here. This isn't a glitch or anything. We can't have infinite space doing this, so there's a limit to it. You can still put other items in here in the last backpack, so I would recommend, putting 2 guns in here, maybe one that you're bringing. You could maybe take this out and, let's say, I don't know, put a helmet in there, and if you have extra of these field medical cases, you can put that in there too. And then your backpack will be ready to go for, let's say you die, and then you can just take out this backpack with you. And I can't move it right there right now because I already have another backpack that's bigger than these ones, so I can't just stack it back in there. But, let's say if I died, I could put on this backpack. It'll have all my gear ready to go in it. I got a helmet, I got a big-ass med kit, got a gun there, and then I would just grab a vest out of my storage and be good to go. On top of this backpack stacking trick, there's one slightly helpful tip, and which is storing your big 35 slot backpacks into your highest tier backpack, the medic. On top of this backpack stacking trick, there's one slightly helpful tip, which is storing your big 35 slot backpacks into the Miracle slot backpack. So the Mamba Assault backpack is a 35 slot backpack that takes up 35 spaces, but the Miracle Assault backpack can still hold 35 slots, but it only takes a 30 slot space. So when you're storing it in your storage, it'll take up less space to have all of these big backpacks in it. So you'll get an extra 5 slots. That'll just cost you about like 50-60 more $1,000 compared to buying other things, and that'll help you increase your storage a bit more. But no matter how much you increase and condense your storage, you'll need to continuously empty it by selling items you don't really need. The hardest but most important one is the mental block a lot of players have in their heads, called gear fear. Gear fear is the fear of losing your gear when you die in games like Lost Light, so players often hoard as much extra sets of gear as they can, even though they'll never really touch it because they don't die as nearly as often as they think they do. This is a bit different for everybody because some people die more often than others, and some people have different levels of upgraded storage, so it's okay to store more sets of gear than others. But I suggest having no more than 2 to 3 extra guns of each type of common ammo. So for ammo that is for these 4 different types of gun, the AK-74M, UN, and N, and RPK-16, I would only have the AK-74M, RPK-16, and N. I only keep one of each of those, and then I would throw away all the AKS-74 UNs. One, because the AKS-74 UN is the worst of the 4 guns. It has only a 50-meter effective range compared to the other 3 have a 200-meter range. and it's not really used for any of the missions that tell you to turn in a modified gun for them or to have any specific kill quest for them. So I would just keep these 3 other guns and have a pair on me at all times for those quests, and also just as extras to use up the common ammo that you find and craft with them, as well as like 1 or 2 of these AKM and AK-103s, because it's fairly easy to get a lot of full metal jacket ammo, which you can just craft in the PS ammo, which is tier 3 piercing ammo, which is pretty good against most bots. And then I would keep a few snipers. You can easily fit like 4 or 5 snipers inside one of these boxes. Yeah, you can easily fit four snipers, or maybe even just like 3 snipers and a long shotgun. You don't need the SG-12. You can easily use a M870 shotgun, which has a 7-round magazine tube on it, and that's pretty much good enough. And you get like 3 arms boxes just by doing all the quests in the game, so you can easily store, you know, all of your gun parts in here. I actually have even more guns, which is unnecessary. I already have a bunch in my arsenal, as well as on my as my gun rack, so I should be selling those. Don't follow my hoarding my hoarding habits. Besides the gear fear, there's also the collection mentality. The collection mentality of hoarding items like dog tags from your enemies will also burden your storage. I already got almost like a dozen in here. Don't let your enemies burden you even after they die. I would just sell them, but I don't recommend even picking them up because they don't sell for a lot. They sell for less than 10k a pop. And one thing to note that I find this happening a lot to myself. I don't know if you guys do this, but if your inventory is, you know, just full of stuff, and then I'm like, okay, where do I put stuff now? I'm taking up a bunch of time to figure out how to fit things when I could just be queuing up for a new match right now if I had space, and I could be, you know, getting more items, more money, more loot, more stuff like that, and progressing with upgrading my base. So having all these items in here is slowing me down. Learn to prioritize stuff. This will help you, you know, get further in the game. And you can apply this to life as well. You know, prioritize your things, what's important, what's not important, what to hold on to, what not to hold on to. And this will help. That's all for this video. I hope you guys learned a lot from it. Remember to redeem that code if you found it. It is first come, first serve, so congrats to whoever got it. Make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content like this, and hit the bell for notifications so you can get the next redemption code and stay on top of future tips and videos on Lost Light. Also check out our Discord link. It is in the description. Thank you all for watching, and remember, I'll always love you.